Hey guys and dolls, so today I have received the Simon Says stamp. What month am I in? September 2025 card kit. So this actually arrived in September, so that was a good thing. Usually I don't get them this quick, but this one actually arrived quite quickly. So I'm going to go into the box. I've already taken some of the packaging off just to help a bit. So voila, here she is. So what we have in the kit, and yes, I am in my Christmas pajamas already. So we have some, these are some adhesive strips which are really nice for little shaker cards, or even just to make some, give your die cuts a bit of a 3D dimensional look. So that's always handy. We also have a little card here because it's for those who don't know, it's Stamptember all over for the month of September on Simon's website and YouTube channel and everything else. And they collaborate with a lot of well-known brands to bring you a different product or collaboration product most days. I don't know if it's every single day, but every single day for September or Stamptember, there'll be some inspiration and crafting and all that sort of fun stuff. So stay tuned for that. They also have a lot of their own product that they release, which is then, I think it carries on, like it's things they will restock, whereas a lot of the collaborations, it's a one and done. So they'll have a certain amount of stock, and when it's gone, it's gone. So that's why Stamptember is quite it's like a big party basically. So if there's something you like, you get to grab it as soon as you can, and hopefully they'll still have enough stock of it. They don't tell you what each company is bringing out until the day that they're going to hit the YouTube channel and all that, or the release date, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, you've got to keep an eye on it, but it's really, really good fun. We have candy as always. This is a little apple pie one, which I think is quite cute. There are two of these. These are Simon's, I think they're like a laser printed, is that the word? Laser printed sheet. They do have a coordinating die that they, like it's one die that will cut all of these sentiments out in one go. I don't have the die, but you could cut these into strips, or if you've got smaller dies, you could then cut them out yourself. But this is the black on white, or the white on black with the black background. And if you hot foil this, you see how it's shiny there? If you hot foil this using a laminator and some deco foil, so not hot foil for a in the true sense of the word, I don't know how to describe it, but if you use a deco foil, then you can actually shove it through your laminator, and it'll, everywhere the black is, it will put whatever colour that is on there. Or you could just die cut them out, ink them, and do whatever you want with them. But these are some nice birthday ones, which is handy because I like having lots of birthday cards on hand because there's a lot of birthdays in my family. Then we have a pack of A2 size, I can't get into this, A2 size card panels. If I can get into it, that would be useful. Ooh. There we go. And these are a variety of Simon's cardstock colours. I don't know all the names of the colours, but they will be on their website, and it's basically just a plethora, is that the right word? A plethora of colours that you get all through the rainbow. And these will come really handy. They're A2 size panels, so you can use them for, you know, the whole front of a card. You could use them to emboss with, to make your A2 cards. You can cut them down, you could die cut with them, whatever you want, but there's a whole stack of them. I'll see if I can figure out from the sheet how many there are. This is the handy dandy. Oh, I didn't tell you what the name of this month's kit is called Birthday Blitz, which I thought was quite cool. And given that it's their birthday month, which is why Stamptember happens, that makes sense. So there's some ideas on there. So you get a pack of 19 colours of their assorted cardstock. Then you get 4 dies. 4. Hello. So these are all Simon dies. This is the rubber ducky. How cute's that? And there's a few pieces, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces to make the little duck. So that's cute. That is literally rubber ducky. That's funny. I have an idea for my husband for his birthday, actually. Then, well, his birthday's gone, but maybe Christmas or something. Then you've got poppin' corn, which is the popcorn, you know, like at the old-fashioned movies where you get the red and white. This reminds me of very 50s, 60s maybe. So you get all the pieces. You could put a sentiment in the middle bit. You've got the popcorn pieces in a couple different sizes, and 2 layers for the little bucket thing. So you could put your sentiment there if you wanted to. And then we have Ferris wheel, which is what it says. These kind of look like nappy pins, like a squashed version. I don't know why I don't know what's made me think that, but they just look like that now. Now that I'm looking at that, pardon me. So you could create maybe some sort of new baby card with it. I don't know. Anyway, and so for the Ferris wheel you have the main wheel, which is actually quite large, and I think you could use that as a wheel for like a wagon wheel if you had like a Western style card that you needed to do. And then you've got the main base, you've got the little heart for the middle, and then you've got a couple of the carts. Is that what they're called? I don't know. Ferris wheel carts, so that you're not, you know, die cutting one at a time. There's a couple of them in there. Isn't that sweet though? I reckon you could do different things with this. Yeah. And then you get party balloon as well, which is a 2-piece thingy bob. Die, that's the word. Now you could do this 2 ways. As it's shown here, you could have a solid piece in, say, the darker colour, and then cut the highlight die, because you get both pieces, and stick that on top. Or you could cut a solid piece, and then on your second solid piece, if you cut a second one out, you could die cut the opening, so you could have it in 2 colours. So there's different ways you can do get the highlight on there. But that's very cool. We also get an embossing folder in this one, which is so cool. And this is birthday sentiments, and so you couldn't do a blackout technique with this because it's words, so the words would be backwards. But if you wanted to, you could still do that. What am I saying? I always say you can do whatever you want, but they would be backwards because blackout means you've got to do it the opposite way around. But you could emboss your piece of cardstock and then use like a oxide ink, which is like a pigment, or a white pigment ink over the top, and just sweep over the top, so it just catches the top edges of the embossed raised areas. And that will give you a similar-ish but different effect. But I think that's very cool. Nice touch. Then we have Paperwise. These are they're 6x8 paper pad, and they are the Simple Stories Fun Times double-sided 12 double-sided papers. This is just cool. I like that. Just like that. That's very cool. Let me go this way. Oh, this is messing with my brain. The what's the name's on this edge, but this is this way around. Oh, I can't do it. Right. So admit 1. Then you got some fun dots on the back. Dots are always handy. Little arrows. These, if you're into planning and planners and things like that, you could easily cut these out if you wanted to. They're like easy cuts, if you know what I mean, or just a cool background. You got that fun dots. This is cool. You could either have cut something out of that, or you could cut each of these strips out. Either cut them smaller and make a smaller stripy background, or just like across the corner or something like that. Or you could stamp something like a wordy thing across this, and then have a strip of it going across all the colours. Lots of things I think you could do with that. That's nice. I like it. Stars. Can't go wrong with stars. And I like that they're not like uniform stars. They're sort of a bit janky. And then you've got this. That's cool. You can cut these little rosettes out if you wanted to. or just make that your card front. Nice little plaid type thing. Balloons, of course. So I think I'm going to have fun with this one, making lots of birthday cards, because I do need more of them. And these are nice bright colours. That's a nice background. These are cool. Little tags. So these could be for gifts. Gifts, I can't say the word. Little gift packages at birthday times, that kind of thing. Or you could use them as little extras in, you know, like in scrapbook pages, Project Life, that kind of thing. So that's quite cool. Another cool background. This is cool too. It's got lots of words on it, like celebrate, prize, yes, rides, music, all sorts of words in there. And so again, you could cut out these individual words, like the word moments. You could cut that out as a word on a scrapbook page or something like that, or on a card front. Some more sort of arrows and what did I call them? Whatever I called them earlier. They'd be cool. And then you've got some more of these little, like, smaller I don't know, card pieces that you could add to scrapbook pages. You could use them on card fronts, obviously. That kind of thing. Project Life. Another cool background. That one, I think, for my American friends, you could do this as a 4th of July thing and add some red in there, and that would give you that vibe. Maybe. There's a cool rainbow, like rays of sunshine, if you know what I mean. Again, you could cut each one out and have them coming out with different words and things on them. Another cool background, another one. Very cool. Again, you can cut some of these things out, little elements out. This looks like newspaper. It's very cool. Don't know if you could see that there. Looks kind of like a print over the top, which is very cool. But again, you could cut each block out and stamp letters on it, or different, you make it more like a grid on your card front, because that's quite popular, making it sort of grid-like, so quadrants and things like that. And then you've got 3 buffles there, which are nice for anything, not just cards. That's cool. Good old stripe. And then again, there's some more 3 buffles there, which are really cool. And another cool background. So very cool colours, lots of colours, bright colours. Then we have this, which I'll try not to blind you, but it's like a holographic, the rainbow, if you like, goes this way, I don't know, across diagonal. And yeah, it's very, very cool. You could cut this into 4 and have your A2 size panels, which you can emboss and then sand and add ink and do other fun stuff too. But yeah, so I think that's quite a cool, quite a cool piece. Piece of cardstock. And I think that is Simon's own holographic. Yeah, it's a holographic rainbow diagonal cardstock. And then the main stamp set is called Birthday Blitz. Blitz, I can't talk. Is it just me, or do the names often be the name of the kids? Why have I not realised this? But anyway, and this one's got a Stamptember on it because that's the start of Stamptember. So, being September. So this is not necessarily my style, but I'm going to try and make it work. But there's nice sentiments here for birthdays in particular. So, love to you on your birthday. Big happy birthday there. Here's to you a beautiful birthday. But that hill. We all know about that hill. This smiley face is kind of funny, makes me laugh. It's very retro, I think, but it'll fit nicely in the sun. And you've got the solid bit you could put there and then stamp that dude on. You've got some hearts here, the solid and the sort of what would be an outliney bit, if you know what I mean. But again, you could layer these up in different colour shades of ink and just make your own version. So you could do a nice little flower one, you could do a nice little scene with the duck, the duck, make this water, not a hill, you know, or just do some fun graphic kind of stuff with it. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with this stamp set. Yeah, just clueless. I think I'm probably going to do more with the dies than the stamps, but we'll see what I do. We'll see what comes up. I remember Gina K doing something, not with this, obviously not with this one, but years and years ago. She had a sort of floral idea that she used. She used a flower, but this kind of reminded me of that. So I don't know, maybe I'll try and find some inspiration somewhere. So yes, so I hope that was helpful, just to know what the kit has in it and and that. And hopefully this will come sooner rather than later, but I am behind with everything as usual. So, yeah, I hope that if you guys have this, that you stay tuned for some more video inspiration using this kit. I also hope that you join Simon and the team and all the designers for September. Like I say, it's kind of like one big party for like a month. So every day there's something going on. So check out their website, check out their YouTube channel, and they will give you the links to all the other some of your favorite crafters are more than likely doing their own videos in sort of collaboration of, if that makes sense. So anyway, until next time guys, bye for now.